Happy Thursday, 5280 Sports Network, your morning minute. Nate Lundy, Shawn Drotar, thanks for being here with us this morning. If you listened in on the radio show, you know that we talked a little bit about the fact that AFC West news in San Diego not getting their stadium passed, and not even close, by the way, to what was required for the vote. Shawn, you think maybe in the next 18 months we're staring at the LA Chargers?
Maybe sooner than that. A report from Pro Football Talk this morning said that if the Chargers come to the agreement with the Rams by the January 15th date, which is set, we talked a little bit about the potential that could be pushed back, and maybe it could. But now the report is that the Chargers were to accept that on January 15th, they would move immediately and play next season somewhere in LA. I don't know where they'd be playing it, but they'd put that together as well. So, we're talking about Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Chargers, very different AFC West, but in the end, it's actually shorter flights for the Broncos.
Okay, well, so maybe that'll work out for them rather well. As we get ready for the Saints and Broncos this weekend, we've talked a lot about the ability to have someone step up, next man up, as they say, when it comes to Derek Wolfe. I've got more concerns about that than I think some others do, and that's because despite the fact that you have number 9 in Drew Brees at quarterback for the Saints, you have to go and look at what they've been trending in doing over the course of the last few weeks. They are still a pass-first offense. We know that, especially when you have a future Hall of Fame quarterback there in number 9 with Drew Brees. However, if you look at how they've been running the ball lately, you look at the fact that they now have a tandem in Tim Hightower and Mark Ingram, and oh, by the way, when they get down to the end zone, they've got John Kuhn able to just plow it straight ahead into the end zone. I think rushing the ball needs to be a concern in terms of the defensive preparations for the Broncos. At the same time, you're doing that without your best run stuffer in Derek Wolfe for at least 2 weeks. He says it should be 2 to 4 weeks. That was what he told reporters yesterday. That's what's expected, and so next man up is going to be vital for the Broncos in this game. I don't think it's just about shutting down the likes of Brandon Cooks or Kobe Fleener or Michael Thomas, the amazing rookie that the Saints have. It's also going to be about shutting down that run and that tandem, and we know that the Broncos have had problems with tandem running back situations over the course of the last few weeks. Can Wade Phillips prepare this team to be ready to shut it down, and can he do it without Derek Wolfe as a part of that overall lineup? So those are concerns that we need to have. And then on top of that, you get into the secondary, right, where you've got Aqib Talib battling the bad back.
Aqib Talib, it seems like he's probably not going to play. It makes sense to probably rest him one more week and then give him the bye week. Kayvon Webster struggling with a hamstring injury. Being down one cornerback, the Broncos are deep enough. Being down 2, that's a little scary. Brandon Marshall still dealing with that hamstring injury as well. He's been very, very tough. I think he probably plays, but he's probably not 100%. That matters. But regarding the run blocking, or run protection, Nate, you're talking about Billy Wynn and Adam Gotsis probably in some combination replacing Wolfe. Where do the Broncos sit in run defense right now?
Not good.
That was with Derek Wolfe.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I mean, they're not the San Francisco 49ers who are giving up 190-plus yards per game, but the Broncos are sitting down near the bottom when it comes to the rankings of run defense. That's not a good sign. I know it's the Saints, and I know that some of you that sit out on the outskirts and maybe haven't paid attention to New Orleans are thinking, well, who cares? New Orleans throws the ball. Yeah, they do, but they've also figured out how to run over the last couple of weeks, and that includes running against a Seattle Seahawks defense that I think we all would agree is pretty good. They still gave up 120-plus yards in that game. Tonight, the Nuggets will take on the Golden State Warriors, the prohibitive favorites to wind up with the NBA trophy at the end of the season. Let's just not get our doors blown off. How about that?
That would be all you're looking for, I think, if you're the Nuggets, and there's a good chance for that. It's the second night of a back-to-back for the Warriors, back-to-back second game in Denver. There's a possibility the Warriors would be a little exhausted, and truth be told, they might not care about this game that much. So, hey, if the Nuggets get within single digits, I think you take that as a win.
And let's see a Nuggets team that we've talked about on these videos before needs to know how to finish out games, how to play those fourth quarters tight, and be able to stay close. Let's see if that winds up happening. If they beat the Warriors, I think it'll be because the Warriors threw in the towel, but we'll wait and see. This is a young Nuggets team. They're certainly capable of jumping up and biting a team every now and then. They beat the Warriors last year,
right,
for example.
Exactly.
So we know that they're capable of doing it. We'll just see what happens tonight. Tomorrow it'll be a Football Friday, more on the Broncos and Saints, as well as CU, CSU, and Air Force all being on national television this weekend. We'll talk about a lot of that with you tomorrow on our Morning Minute, as well as on the radio show 7 a.m. Mile High Sports Radio. For Shawn, I'm Nate. See ya.